100 of the best science fiction movies. Man, we've been talking about them all year long. One a day. Every single day almost for the year of 2022. And man, what a ride it has been. And through all of it, man, through every single one of these, you all have fought with me and thrown your haymakers and your blows, and argued and decried and disagreed. But I've continued to plod along to give you a dope list of science fiction movies. And we have, after all that strife and pain, have arrived at the top 3. Yesterday, we talked about number 4 on this list, The Matrix. Recontextualized what movies could be and do. And then everyone began ripping off The Matrix after this movie came out, right? Like, that was just the cool new thing. Everybody was moving their cameras around all crazy and just trying to catch that vibe, and no one came close. Not even in Matrix 2 and 3 did they really get back to the magic that was. There's some dope shit in 2. 2's got one of my favorite fight scenes in that foyer between Neo and the Merovingians people. God, I love that fight scene. But nothing ever quite came close to the magic of that first Matrix. Definitely not part 4. I don't know what they were going for with that business. But today we are at number 3 on this list. Some of y'all been waiting for it, and some of y'all been waiting to cry foul on it. But it is finally here. 2001, A Space Odyssey. Such a good movie, man. 2001. Check out this tagline. The ultimate trip. I love me a good double entendre, people. We're going to give that a B+. Humanity finds a mysterious object buried beneath the lunar surface and sets off to find its origins with the help of HAL 9000, the world's most advanced supercomputer. There's a reason. For the longest, people are like, technology? Fuck it. It's because of movies like 2001 Space Odyssey. What is this? 68? And then what is that? Like 4 years later, it's 72? You get Bilbo, Ian Holm as Ash, an alien. And you're like, I knew we shouldn't trust these damn technologies. There was a healthy fear of the computing age on the horizon, and 2001 definitely helped stoke that healthy fear. This is Kubrick's best movie, right above Barry Lyndon, I think. Spartacus is in there somewhere, I think. Not Spartacus. Titus? Nope, Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Yeah, Spartacus. But yeah, this is far and away the meticulousness, the detail paid attention in this movie is absolutely batshit mind-boggling to me. The fact that the 2 humans that are aboard the spaceship are so emotionless that they seem to be the robots, and that the robot is the one fighting for his life, seems the most human of the whole thing, is bonkers to me. And that's lost on some people when they watch this movie. A murderous fucking robot which controls your life support is hurtling you through space. That shit is terrifying, man. The first time he makes a mistake, they're like, we got to do something about how, man. If he's made this one mistake, A, how many other mistakes has he made? And B, how many more can he make? This whole thing was touted as a mistakeless robot. There is a flaw in what's supposed to be flawlessness. And Hal's like, I'm not going to let these motherfuckers take me out of the game. And man, oh man. So they find this monolith, middle of nowhere, a bunch of apes aping it out, right? Then we get the monolith they find on the moon. We find out there's another monolith on Jupiter. That's where they're headed, man. We got Dave, and what's the other guy? Of course, Dave's the only one we ever know of. Dave and Frank, man. Dave Bowman, Frank Poole. They're the 2 that's just kind of keep an eye on everything as they hurtle their way through space. And it's kind of like just the journey of these guys, finding out that their shit doesn't work quite right. the shit rebelling against them. The scene where they're in the space shuttle talking to each other so Hal can't hear them, but Hal's reading their damn lips. It's terrifying, man. You're like, this is the most shadiest goddamn robot, computer, AI of all time. And then, Hal disposes of Frank first, tries to take out Dave. Dave's a little bit more resourceful, shuts Hal down, and then what happens next is a descent into madness. Madness and unexplained fuckery. That's what this movie is. I don't think I talked about it on the Interstellar episode a couple days ago, but I think Interstellar is the spiritual successor to 2001. I often call 2001: A Space Odyssey the granddaddy of science fiction movies. Not the granddaddy of science fiction. I mean, or was that Art Clark? Was that? Yeah, Art Clark came out with this bit of business. We already had like Newton doing science fiction, right? We already had Asimov doing shit. But Art Clark comes out, makes this dope story, and Kubrick is like, I'm going to put my Kubrick shit on it and elevates it to a level that we have barely seen since. We're talking about a movie from 1968. I watched this movie in 4K a couple days ago, maybe about a week. Actually, no, the time of recording was like maybe 4 days ago. I watched a movie in 4K from 1968. It looks like it was shot in 2015. That's how good he originally shot it, and his attention to detail, and B, how good the restoration and the transfer was. Everything about this movie is beautiful. The slow, quote unquote, losing of the mental faculties of the robot, of Hal, of this artificial intelligence, is almost a little bit depressing. Just singing Daisy as he slowly shuts down. The trippy lights that he goes through and all that kind of stuff of seeing himself, there's nothing better than this movie, man. I love 2001. And that is it, man. We got 2 more left. We'll be back in 24 hours to talk about the next one right here on Paprika.